Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Smuggler Edition. Now, when we left off, we just completed Chapter 1 of the Smuggler story, and now we will be going on to Chapter 2. However, we currently have a message here from Vance Garland. Yes. So, just saw where the Galactic Finders Guild gave you credit for tracking down Noctraean's lost fortune. You're not even a professional treasure hunter. I've put years into searching for that payday, and I'll be rolled into Bantha Poodoo before I believe some no-talent freighter jockey beat me to the prize. I don't know who you paid off at the GFG to discourage the rest of us from keeping up the search, but you haven't fooled me. I won't stop looking until I find the real fortune. Drop dead. Yeah, I guess this guy is actually going to be maybe approaching us at some point. We have another message from another NPC here. Captain, after cross-checking numerous accounts of your recent exploits with a detailed report provided by Risha Drayan, the Galactic Finders Guild is pleased to formally record your name as the locator of Noctraean's lost fortune, aka Missing Wealth Collection number 3263827. Yes, very, very much protocol. On a personal note, I would like to offer my sincerest thanks for ridding the galaxy of Skavak. The man was a walking pustule of filth who repeatedly robbed the guild offices. He will not be missed. Once again, congratulations on your find and best wishes in your future endeavors. Sincerely, Ren Indiru, Chief Secretary, Galactic Finders Guild. And they're going to give us a nice little storage case there. That's cool. Okay, so with that, we now have the opportunity to access our intercom once again. I do know where it is this time.
Looks like we've got a call coming in, Captain. Let me put it through.
Captain, I heard about your fantastic success with Noctraean. I always thought his fortune was a myth.
Darmus Polarin, right? From Coruscant. What's this about?
I'm touched to remember. You've come so far since then, with very little to work with. I have a business proposition for you, but I'd rather discuss it face to face. Come to Port Nowhere, Captain. Floating cantina not far from you. I'll send the specs.
Seems like a safe location, Captain. But we need to be careful. The Imperials are getting more gutsy. There's nowhere in Republic space that's safe anymore.
If you wanted safe, you picked the wrong man, sweetheart.
If I wanted safe, nice, presentable at social functions, not held in smoke-filled cantinas.
Hey, I like smoke-filled cantinas.
I'm serious. I caught a signature when we were on Nar Shaddaa that looked like the Void Wolf.
Someone I should know about?
The man's a monster. Grand Admiral Haradax Kirill, former slaver, scourge of the Outer Rim and all-round charmer. My father always kept a close eye on him. The Void Wolf's got delusions of taking over the underworld, handing it to the Empire wrapped in riband.
Then let's hit Port Nowhere fast and see if we can get out of his way.
Well, I think we can certainly try, but obviously it really depends on where Port Nowhere actually is. Ah, yeah, okay, well. Where jokes. Oh, well. Anyway, apparently there aren't any companion conversations. I'm kind of a bit weirded out by that. I think Risha probably has a companion conversation, but maybe we'll do it after we make our way over to... Where is it? Oh, there it is. Ah, there we go. The infamous Port Nowhere is a converted Azulus-class Hutt dreadnought retrofitted with over 100 additional docking bays. This flying space station traverses neutral space near the core worlds, providing safe haven for less than legitimate business. That looks like... Well, that looks like a very, very cool space station indeed. Anyway, okay, so we have to meet with Darmus Polarin right now, so that's, I guess that's absolutely fine. Where is Risha? Risha is over there, so she does have a companion conversation for us to participate in, so I suppose we will do that before we disembark and meet with Darmus once again.
Thanks for letting me stay on with your crew, Captain. I plan to be a very generous queen to all my friends.
You could be generous right now. Move into my quarters. They're cozy.
A man who describes his quarters as cozy really means he leaves dirty clothes on the floor. Every captain needs a good first mate. Corso doesn't know what it takes to run a starship, but I do. Considering the light years you've been racking up, I suggest a hyperdrive overhaul and a sublight engine tune-up. Which do you want first?
The last thing we need is to get stranded in deep space. Keep my hyperdrive hyper.
Consider it done. I'll be indispensable before you know it.
Well, technically, what do you mean, welcome, Risha? Okay, so apparently there's another companion conversation. I mean, we've been talking a long time. Okay, well, I'm going to speak once more and then we'll disembark.
Bet you were surprised to see I can hold my own in a fight. I'm pretty good with a blaster. My father taught me to shoot when I was 4 years old.
You robbed me of my big chance. Teaching a girl to shoot can be romantic, if you do it right.
And very messy if you don't. Maybe he spared you a visit to the med center. Father wanted me self-sufficient as early as possible. Said I'd need it to survive. He was right. I still remember the day he told me he was going to sleep for a while. Said I was on my own.
Nock was in that carbonite for a decade. Weren't you still counting birthdays on one hand?
I was 11. Made my first solo hyperspace jump and flew to Dantooine. Father had a hideout there. Talk about your one bantha planets. For a few years, Dantooine's population was doubled thanks to me and Father frozen in carbonite.
You had one messed up childhood, Risha. It's a wonder you didn't come out crazy.
Looking back, I should have been miserable. But it was just a big adventure. Speaking of which, we're overdue for some more excitement. What do you say we get back to our latest caper?
Yeah, I would very much like to. So there's a little bit of backstory on Risha. Apparently a very independent and self-sufficient childhood indeed, and I'm going the wrong way. Alright, so we're on Port Nowhere right now. I have Risha with us. I kind of... Here's the thing, okay? Apart from the fact that I am probably going to be romancing Risha, she is also a ranged character by the looks of things. As you can see here, she is using a preened Durastock sniper rifle, which is, in my opinion, pretty insane, and I love the ranged companions on damage, and she is going to be on damage all the time, and we're going to see how effective that is. It's going to be very effective. Maybe we're going to get into a bar fight.
Captain, I never thought I'd see you here. Thought you were too good for a small-time crooks in Port Nowhere. Once you got your hands on Nock Drayan's ship, woohoo! Can I buy you a drink? Get some pointers? I've been waiting for this for a long time.
Sorry, no can do.
Well, what about this?
So, I've been hearing your name for a while now. Almost as long as you've been hearing mine. Logan. They call me the Butcher. You lost a blaster shipment of mine some time back, and I don't remember ever getting an apology. How about it, Captain? You know how to say I'm sorry?
I'm sorry. I am incredibly good looking. Nope, can't.
No one steals from me and lives, boy. And you're not running away this time. My men have your hangar locked down tight.
Sounds like a fun fight.
Are you crazy? There's like 100 guys in here.
All right, open season. 100,000 credits to the man who brings me his head.
Done deal, boss. Start moving the funds.
Oh, I don't think so somehow, but how did I know we were going to get into a bar fight? I mean, literally, it seemed like the kind of place that you would get into a bar fight, right? So, yeah, kind of a good assumption, I suppose. But look at all of the people that we have to kill. This is just hilarious, though. Okay, well, yes, now, here's the thing. I need to get used to how Risha does things, because I have no idea how shall we say, how she reacts to certain things. So I'm going to try my best to sort of adapt to what she's kind of doing, but obviously I like to just select my own options in conversations as well. But what I'm going to try and do is try and incorporate increasing her influence as much as we can, as well as what I would normally pick. So yeah, hopefully we're going to get that going, because obviously I don't really want to see her disapproving every single time I choose something. So yeah, hopefully something like that's going to be happening. But if we actually, let's just take a little bit of time out here and go to Risha's likes and dislikes. So she likes self-interest, profit, secrets, and new technology. She dislikes unprofessional or emotional behavior, which is what we just did, I suppose, killing innocents, which we didn't do, and working with the stupid or uneducated, which I suppose we were also kind of doing. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna need to be a little bit more professional, I suppose. She is quite professional after all, so maybe that's gonna be a thing that we need to incorporate into our personality. And well, that's the thing. I kind of like being a little bit sassy, a little bit sort of bad attitude-y. Yeah, that's not a word, but anyway, you know what I mean. A little bit giving people as good as they get, basically. So, yeah, we're gonna try and take out these guys. And oh, Damas is over there in a cage, apparently. Oh well, that's kind of amusing, isn't it? Okay. All right. Well, that seems to be all of the enemies apart from these guys here. And oh. Well, that was a big mistake. Yeah, I had a little bit of a problem there. I was quite damaged, and I had a dot on me as well. Damage over time effect, if you don't know the acronym or the abbreviation or whatever. But yeah, there we go. So we now... Oh, Senator. There's a Senator here, and there's a bunch of engineers as well. So I guess we're going to be speaking and freeing Damas. I'm sure he's going to be very pleased.
Captain, good thing you're prompt, or I'd be a dead man. The second we got off the link, Rogan's men turned up.
We don't often see this sort of thing in the Galactic Senate. You were impressive, Captain. Almost worth getting kidnapped for.
This is Senator Bevera Dodana. I work with her now. Rah, rah, hail the Republic, etc., etc.
I hope the opportunity you're offering wasn't just the chance to kill Rogan's thugs.
You never waste time.
Rogan the Butcher is an Imperial lackey. A puppet on a string for Imperial High Command. There's an Imperial fleet waiting out there. Rogan's men were going to deliver us to the Imperials.
This isn't that guy, is it? The, slaver with the stupid name?
The Void Wolf, and I wouldn't say that to his face. My father didn't fear much, but he never messed with the Void Wolf.
He's got contacts in every major gang. Rogan's one of his biggest assets.
The old butcher's not going to be around much longer.
Given your performance here today, I believe you.
And if you accept my offer, you won't have to take him on alone. The Republic is looking for men and women of action, patriots without the restriction of a trooper's uniform. How would you like a commission from the Galactic Senate, authorizing you as a privateer naval captain, tasked to target Imperial forces at will?
I see what you get out of that arrangement, but...
It's nothing worse than what you take on daily, for a profit a lot smaller than we can offer, and a cause far less worthy. It's a straightforward deal. We give you targets, cargo, the job we need done, and all the support we can covertly provide. In return, we look the other way about any laws you break, or private gains you make along the way.
A fancy badge won't get you out of paying for my services.
Don't worry, the Republic will see you well compensated. Our top target right now is Balmora, one of the most likely hotspots for open war to be declared.
Skip the politics. Just tell me what I can sell.
Balmora is the richest producer of droids and military technology in the known galaxy. And now it's occupied by the Empire. We need someone to go behind enemy lines and divert a payload of dangerous prototype weapons. Put them in our hands, not the Empire's.
Anything else I should know?
I can transmit some background.
Empire! Empire!
Imperial fleet to cloaks, port side! No! Ah! Starboard side! They're all around us!
It's the Void Wolf! Ah!
Get your ship. Get back to Coruscant. You two, get out of here. I'll try to jump this whole tub before they board us. Go!
What? No, we can't just leave Damas to sacrifice himself or whatever the case may be. I hope he doesn't get taken prisoner again. That would be kind of sad, but... Okay, so I am going to assume that I need to return to my ship legitimately and not use my priority transport, so we're gonna have to run there. Oh, yes. Well, that was close. That was very, very close indeed. We just took on a huge group of droids and, well, they almost got us killed, but they were pretty easy in general. I just took a lot of damage because I took all of the damage, actually. I just took all the focus from them, but we have now returned to our ship, and is there anything actually going to happen here, or... Oh. Okay. So apparently nothing was going to happen, and apparently me just running back was a complete waste of time. And instead, I could have actually just used my teleport. Maybe? I guess. It doesn't seem to have any effect on what's going on here. I am obviously just... Yeah, we're just getting a random cutscene, so that's perfectly fine. And now we're going to be deposited back onto our... Yes. Okay, so I should have very much just transported back. Okay, well, at least I know in future, I suppose. But I didn't want another Scavac incident.
I think we made it through before the noose tightened, and I'm glad you did the same, Captain. I'll stay and make sure Port Nowhere doesn't land in any more of Rogan's or the Void Wolf's little parties. You can think of her as a safe harbor.
Thanks for letting me in on this.
I couldn't think of anyone better to suggest to the Senator. And don't think this is all about serving the Republic, either. There's a fortune to be made in this war. An enterprising individual could end up with a criminal empire to rival Rogan.
Details, man. Details.
I'll give them as I get them. There's a power vacuum in the underworld where the big name's gone. Not Drayan, the Hatchet, Ivory. But I have a feeling you'll be up there one day. Just keep in mind, when you're on Balmora, the opportunities are there. You just have to take them.
Well, very well. That's perfectly fine. We've achieved a new title, Republic Privateer. Not bad. Not bad if I do say so myself. Okay, so we have another opportunity to speak to Corso, so I think I'm going to do that.
I gotta ask you, Captain. Why are you doing this? Before Dodonna, you've had no ties to the Republic. There's gotta be places you could make credits without taking Imperial fire. So why do we keep heading straight into the war zones?
The Empire enslaves anyone who looks like me. I can hardly turn down the chance to crush them.
I didn't think of it that way. Gives me a whole new reason to use the big guns. When I came home from the brigade with Torchy, my old man told me something that's always stuck with me. Minute you fire a weapon, someone's getting hurt. It's your responsibility to make sure the good you do with it outweighs that harm.
Your father sounds like a good man.
He was. Before Scavac took Torchy, I made sure she only fired against Separatists. Figured everyone I took down was one less family murdered. Sergeant Boom Boom, I like to use against the Empire. Buy a Republic world another day of peace. Makes pulling the trigger that much more meaningful, you know?
Sergeant Boom Boom. Yes. Sergeant Boom Boom. You heard it. You heard it right. Yes, you did hear it right. Okay, well, I think we'll just speak to him once more, and I'm kind of interested to see what Corso has to say, actually. I kind of like his character, even though to begin with I was kind of a little bit, yeah, you know, he's okay, but I've come to kind of like him a little bit more.
Captain, I just got some real good news. Somebody attempted to access Vidu's old bank accounts from Tatooine.
Why are we excited? Was he trying to buy me a gift or something?
It means somebody's still alive. Vidu's crew was like a family to me. First one after mine were killed. I didn't think any of them survived Scavac and Serena. I don't know what they'd be doing on Tatooine.
I'm guessing you see a trip to Tatooine in our future?
That'd be a real favor, Captain. The only one with access to the accounts was our slicer. Twi'lek kid. Called himself Jettison. Good guy. Makes me wonder what got him so desperate he tried to take a loan from a dead man's accounts. We should go as soon as we can.
Where'd the attempt come from? Anchorhead?
From what I can tell, the access attempt came from some village, way off the beaten path. No name or anything. Really makes me wonder what he's doing out there.
That sounds like a companion mission to me. Yes, it is. It is a companion mission. Okay, so in a pickle. Okay, so we do have Bodar to speak to as well, but for now, I am going to be ending this episode off here. Next time, we are going to probably be traveling to do In a Pickle because it is level 34, and I'd like to get the 58,000 experience. I mean, look at that. Look at that experience. That's just insane. It's really nice for doing a very simple task, I suppose. I guess it is a simple task. We'll see, I guess. But, other than that, I'd like to get to level 38 and remod our gear and potentially change our look as well. You never know. So, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.